And we are live. Welcome everybody to another episode of You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I am your host, Ray. With me as always, we have Dion.
Good evening.
We got D Wolf.
Greetings.
We got Shining Wolf.
What it do?
We got Material Life.
Hey y'all.
We got She Shakur.
Hello everyone.
And we have Crystal.
Hola.
How's everybody doing today?
¿Cómo estás?
Good, bien.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, Clarence, go. Yeah, I think you will enjoy that Mario movie, especially.
Oh,
since,
absolutely.
yeah, that.
If the critics hate it, then I'll love it.
I don't even know why the critics hate it. But I'm gonna just assume they're a bunch of old people that never played Mario. So.
Yeah, they gave it a 50. They gave it a pity.
I know. I saw the audience score. It was like a 96. I was like, Jesus. They don't want to see us win out here.
So. They don't. They don't.
But
Okay, so that Mario movie was actually good.
Oh, it was spectacular. I'm not even trying to overhype it. I think y'all would really fucking love the movie. So.
I remember how bad the first one was.
Yeah,
well, that was them. That was Hollywood trying to do their Hollywood thing. This is actually trying to be authentic to the Mario series.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Okay.
And also, I like that movie. I'm not even.
I like that movie too, but it was definitely trying to do a Hollywood thing where they try to turn it into like an allegory, like a deeper allegory meaning about other multi-dimensional portals and time loop, time shifts, and all that shit.
Yeah.
And dinosaurs and evolution and all that stuff. They was trying to make it into something deeper than what it actually was, which is what Hollywood likes to do a lot. They like to be deep. You know how artsy fartsy people are.
Yeah.
They like to try to make things deeper than what it actually is. Put meaning where things is not.
Yep.
Yeah. And also, and this doesn't spoil the movie, but Mario being from Brooklyn is canon. So shout out to Brooklyn.
I don't think it's canon. I think Mario's from New Donk. I think Mario's from New Donk City. Which is pretty much New York.
He's actually right.
You'll see. All right, when y'all see the movie, y'all gonna think. But on to the podcast. First thing I want to talk about, even though I didn't put it on the list, but I believe
I'm on the pod.
I believe She Shakur brought it up yesterday, and I was like, oh yeah, I was going to talk about this, and it was about the Tyrese situation. Have y'all seen that?
Well, no, situation with his baby mama.
Nope.
Well, not his baby mama, but his.
When his girlfriend said she was
new girlfriend. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
She likes Paul Walker.
Yeah.
That's her type.
Yeah. And he had that sad look on his face. like this one right here. I don't know if y'all see the screen. I got it up on the screen, but
yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
See it.
My type is actually
poor guy.
Look at his face.
But
you can't catch a break.
Girl, my type is not white. I'm just saying I was more interested in Paul.
He like he want to cry. He like he want to cry for real.
He always look like you want to cry.
He's kind of.
This just goes to show that money does not solve your relationship problem.
So I'm glad you brought that up because people was talking about how like you ever heard the thing about she's never your first option and all that other stuff. So,
she's never your first option, or you're never her first.
You're never her first option. But she did say that I wasn't that she wasn't his type either, or vice versa.
Yeah. She said she wanted to date the white dude from Fast and the Furious or something, or she was looking at him, eyeballing him, or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Well,
but the question I
I
have
will
is,
say that Negroes, they too blunt. Like, why the fuck would you ever? Why would you even tell somebody you dating some shit like that? To be honest, Negroes are way too blunt, and it bites them in the ass as far as their friendships and relationships. I believe.
I think that's the only way we can communicate. Just be blunt.
Yeah,
It's no better.
Yeah, but
my
yeah.
coworker done gotten real blunt, and I don't like his ass no more. I was
Hey,
like, nigga, I want to throw you on the train tracks. That's what I'm looking at him like now.
He must have said something out of pocket though.
No, he
It was
just
like,
constantly saying shit like, does he think it's funny and it entertains him? It keeps him. It keeps him from crying about his life sucking and shit.
Mm.
But like, but that's gonna make people not like you because I'm not the only one. A lot of other coworkers want to throw his ass on a train track too.
oh, he sound like an asshole. But
How old?
the question I
who's
do have,
breaking stuff?
What you say?
Who's breaking shit?
I
I can't with
uh,
y'all. I cannot.
the, all right, the question I do have is should him not being her not being his first choice, should that even matter in a relationship?
I don't know why you telling your partner that. Like I said before,
No one's ever anyone's
first
first
choice. Correct.
Thank
anything.
you. Thank you.
Like I said, I don't even understand why you even be telling your partner that. The fact that she's telling her partner that it means that she doesn't have any decorum, in my opinion.
But I would, you know, you have a point, but I do feel like there's people that, you know, they want to think that they're usually someone's first choice. Like
Yeah,
they're like the top.
Anyone who thinks that knowing how things are in the world today, anyone who thinks that is stupid. I'm sorry.
Why do you
Even if
think
they
right.
know
Tyrese
But
that,
look
they don't
like?
want to.
Why do you
Even
think
if they
Tyrese
know
look
that,
like that? Then
even if they know that, they don't want to be right.
Hey, that's.
You
well,
I
don't
mean,
want
here's
that's
to hear that,
reality.
especially from
I don't know what you want. That's reality.
from her mouth. You don't want to
Right.
hear that because as a man, you want to be like you're a
You
dominating
know,
force. You're like
no,
she's
that's
yours, only
reality. You see
yours.
that, and then see that the problem right there is like we got to stop selling the fairy tales and shit when it comes to shit like this. Stop selling the
Them
fucking
Disney
fairy
movie
tales.
fairy tales.
well, here's
Oh,
the
he's
thing.
my first time.
Women don't want that.
If anybody was to say to me, "Oh yeah, you wasn't my first choice," one, you're omitted to telling me you had multiple women that you could have choose from, but you settled on me. Therefore, I'm always gonna feel like you just settled with me. So it's no ambition there. Like, why the fuck would you come out your mouth and say that? That's so disrespectful on so many different levels.
Like what I
And
was saying, right? Yeah.
All right, to the point to the point where again, there's no point in even saying something like that.
Exactly.
no, it's
I
stupid.
think it was for clout.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Look at us,
Uh,
all of us over here talking about.
okay, shoot. Okay, but you do the wrong thing. You get and you get your clout or whatever, but you lose your lover then what?
I think
Okay.
Well,
It's
the
for
attitude
clout.
these days is on to the
Every,
next
I feel like everything Tyrese do with whoever he with is is purely for clout.
why did the song come as soon as I saw him, right, on the screen? The first song that jumped in my head, I'm just a baby boy. and,
one.
he,
Damn.
and he did not look and he did not look anywhere manly when he was talking. I'm just
Would
like,
you
why
do
is your
this to
face like that?
me?
All right, I gotta get off live. And then he's pushing off her hand. And she was like, oh, you said I wasn't your first choice either. But he never said it publicly, so that's why he's all sour. But you did say it. So handle that shit behind closed curtains. But yeah, this is interesting.
I think we say a lot of shit that we probably shouldn't say out loud in relationships. I think that's one of them.
Yeah, probably.
Shit.
I don't know. Me personally, I never cared because sometimes you just kind of know, like y'all say, you just kind of know. But it's just like as long as
I'm,
I feel like as long as I feel like I'm the best choice, I guess that's what really shouldn't matter. It's just
I'm
like
sorry.
It ain't, oh, it
But
ain't no
Harrison a
feel like
lot of
nigga. You
people's
have to
first
know
choice.
you're the best choice. The fuck?
I'm sorry. I ain't never touched it. I wanted this other chick instead of dating you, but I just settled on you because the other chick wasn't happy.
if
I ain't
you.
never telling nobody that shit.
I was about to say if you ever said that to someone, you an asshole.
That's pretty much what she said, though. I was
I
trying to get
mean,
that other dude, the white dude from this movie that worked with you, but it didn't pan out. So now I'm just stuck with you. Use the
funny.
option number
Like,
two.
You know what you'll do. It's just you'll do.
You'll do, Mike. You'll
You'll do.
do.
It's just like
That old dude don't care. That old dude.
it's like I don't know if y'all saw this. Dude, he had this wedding proposal to his wife. He said, you may not be the cutest.
Goddamn.
Damn, like it was his marriage proposal, and he said this on Instagram. It's like Sullivan Brown, and I'm paraphrasing. Like you may not be the cutest, hell, you might not be the smartest, but you know what? You're here for me, and that's what matters. And,
Damn.
like I remember reading that, and I was like, "This fool gay. This fool."
was it was that supposed to be his attempt at being romantic? Because
Yes, that was his attempt
damn,
to be romantic. Sometimes
damn,
that,
Well,
this
that
is
in.
when you realize, like, you can't. Not
I,
everybody can be very romantic because some people.
like, it's like I always said I was bad at romance, but these things don't even try.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I like to
If
know
this
how
is
that
them
ended.
trying, then oh my god.
Be surprised when people don't try.
Okay. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Man, Tyrese needs to throw her away.
For what?
Yeah, I was about to say for what?
Just again, she just shouldn't have said none of that shit. Just throw her away.
I'm telling y'all take Tyrese too serious. We all know Tyrese do everything for clout. He will sit there and start busting out crying for clout.
Because I can see that
And
because he's
that,
not really a
He
celebrity that
started.
anybody really be
and
thinking about like that.
that's the other thing I was thinking too. Like keep your business off the internet. It's not worth it. Don't stop embarrassing yourself.
But that's his job, though. It's legit his job
Let's
to
move
get
on, my
posted on the
baby.
blog
pay,
or not
pay,
be
pay,
forgotten. Because he will definitely be forgotten.
pay $15,000 a month. What more do
What
you
do
want
you
from
want?
me? What more do you want from me?
Oh man. All right. On to our next topic. How do y'all been feeling about the shit that Jonathan Majors has been going through for this past week and a half?
I, well, I already canceled him. So what more we got to talk about him?
What did he do?
Child, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And people dropped him and everything.
I said, I canceled him
What
after that damn photo shoot, so I have nothing to talk about him. That
Yeah.
man can go live his best life somewhere else.
Latest Me Too.
Exactly. He can go ahead and continue doing his art, and I guess his art wasn't panning out long enough.
Oh man.
Okay, but whatever this current situation for him is, like, what did he actually do or say?
He
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 hit a
didn't.
choked and
Caucasian
slapped his
woman.
white girlfriend.
They say he
Yeah.
didn't do it. It was like that the white
Who we
girl,
talking about?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, they released text proving it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he was
that's what it was. That.
But Like she went and apologized and was like, "Oh well, I found out they are gonna give you much time anyway and all that." Just discussing what just happened. I'm like, okay, it's
And
good.
he still went to jail.
Yeah. And they said that's because of some law in New York where
Yeah.
it's like protocol to lock the guy up in certain circumstances. I
That's
guess.
Yeah,
fucking
For
crazy.
probable
her
for
neck
That
probable cause.
had
sounds. That don't even
It's
bruises
a
on
sound.
it.
Yeah.
it's a very fucked up law in New York. It's like
Mm.
probable cause if there was something.
Well,
Because
her neck had bruises on it,
But
and
he
he choked
called.
the
But he
shit
called
out of
police.
her.
yeah, he called the police. She didn't call the police. He called the police.
That makes it
Wait,
So
worse.
so
exactly, you choked the shit out of her, and then call the police to protect yourself.
So he really was ego tripping. He forgot what skin color. Okay, let me stop. I'll
Yeah,
behave. I'll
Hmm
behave.
you know he done played
He
3 movies
forgot
and
that
lost
he a
his mind.
Negro.
Thank you for
If
finishing,
it,
cause I was
if
behaving.
if he, I don't behave. But if he did that to a black chick, they might just shrug up like, oh yeah, whatever.
They would
But
basically said
but
that she's trying to get money. That's what the fuck shoot they would have
right,
said.
yeah, but being a white man, if I was a rich dude like that, I wouldn't even date a white chick. I would date any other. I'd date an Asian chick. I'd date a black chick. I'd date something else before I date a white chick because if you
The
do
history.
anything out of pocket, if you do anything out of pocket with a white chick,
Kobe.
your ass is done. Even if you
You
just
said
cheat on her,
Kobe.
even if
Jesus.
you just cheat on her like Tiger Woods, your ass is getting
I never
slanted.
understood that
mm,
because there's a lot of people just as worse as Tiger Woods. And she
Right.
chased him around the car with a golf cart, but his ass is still got arrested.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, man, I would never.
Complexion for the protection.
Man, you ain't got it.
And he ain't got it.
Yeah, he
And it's
ain't got it.
sad because there's some women
mhm.
that are of a different complexion, whether it be white, Indian, or whatever, but mostly white, that ain't got that, racist mindset. And the law still goes for them, even if it's unfair to their partner who would happen to be black. So I
Mm,
don't know. That's really fucked up.
dude, he would have been better off doing the Dave Chappelle, a little Asian joint or something. Cause
Yo,
let's face it, he ain't got the swag for a black chick. He kind of a little weird guy, a little bit like anime and shit. So them Hollywood chicks wasn't gonna be into him
You'd
anyway.
be amazed at how many black girls is now going for the nerds these days.
Yeah, but that's in like regular society, like because I be getting a lot of regular joints, the regular chicks that's not even really into that stuff. They be coming at me too. But the Hollywood, like what black Hollywood female celebrity is dating a nerd or a lame or whatever the hell you want to call it?
you ever seen Doja Cat boyfriend?
Doja Cat like white dudes.
Exactly. You look like a damn school shooter.
Well,
That's
she's
fucking
an exception. Who Rihanna
Oh,
dating? Who Rihanna dating?
ASAP Rocky.
There you go. What about the only other exception is what's her fucking name? Sierra is Sierra's husband. But who was she dating before that though? Who she had the kids by?
Future.
Mm-hmm. Beyonce. Hmm?
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z just snatched that up quick the Jay-Z gift.
Mhm.
Jay-Z just snatched that up with the
They
quickness.
like them street. They like them street dudes from the streets, not
Didn't
the
she make a
streets,
whole
but the
song about
streets.
it? She made a whole song about it.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. So I mean, you make your own bed. You know, I can't be mad at him for dating women outside the race, like some people are.
Yeah. Yo, Clarence, remind me of remember that old Charlie Brown parody, the Valentine's one? And he was
Yeah, I
like,
remember.
ain't no white bitches here, Charlie Brown. It's like that's the first thing that popped in my head. Is that ain't no white bitches here, Charlie Brown. It's just well, I mean
But the white
uh
girls ain't it though. White girls is not it. They gonna get you ass locked up and fucked up.
Not if they're
well,
lawyers. Keep that in mind.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Oh man. So any last words before we move on to our next topic? All right. And speaking of white girls, let's talk about just pearly things. And first off, Crystal, you was correct. I've been wanting to say this for a minute. I got I got to give Crystal her flowers because she done fucking called it and about her having like this grifter vibes and now like
The grift
uh
riff.
like it's
It's the grift riff.
as for those that don't know, it's been just probably thing. She got Nick Fuentes, who is for what people called him, a known white supremacist, and he is part of some movement that I don't want to say Proud Boys, but I know it's
And the
something.
Holocaust denier.
And and a Holocaust denier. Let's not forget that. And basically, she had him on a show, and a lot of black YouTubers were mad about that, especially since she didn't defend none of her black workers that work for her, and also her opinion that black people over exaggerate slavery. So, and then it started this whole like civil war in black YouTube. So I wanted.
Well, she said that media and depictions in media over exaggerate slavery, even though I disagree with that as well.
Oh, I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. I was like, actually, Hollywood dumbs it down. Like Hollywood and media, they don't show you everything. They don't even tell you everything. And like school, like there's a lot more to that shit.
I was just been like, bitch, were you there?
Right.
Okay,
Like you need to do more reading because this a lot more. There's much more.
You know what's funny you say that because O'Shea do Jackson thinks like we need to stop talking to these white people about it because in his opinion they know already but they don't care. And
I don't think they do that much. I don't think they know as much as the shit that I'm talking about because why would they care? Why would your average white person even care about that for real?
Moolah.
I like that, Crystal. I like that. Anger gets shit done. But that's what I said. I said I'm pretty sure they don't know or like whatever they taught about slavery because I was thinking like how much was taught to me in schools about slavery, and I don't remember a lot being taught other than that it happened.
I learned a lot more outside of school. I learned a lot more outside of school than I did in school.
We all did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all did. So
you learn because you wanted to learn,
and we
so
learned
you looked up information.
But not
These people don't want to learn. So why are we giving them a whole damn essay and learning lessons when they're not looking to learn?
Can I just say,
black people tend to always want to go out of their way to assist and train white people on their issues.
But sometimes when I see that happening, when they are going through these like little lessons where they tell them different things, is because they're rebutting some bullshit that they saying. It's like in the form of a rebuttal or like a counterpoint. Like, well, you don't really understand what was going on. You just going off of what you probably was taught on the TV or at school or whatever you got your information from, or from some Republican source like Fox News or something, or maybe something that what's Candace Owens said or some shit like that.
Oh Lord. I can't remember, but she ain't.
You said she what?
I don't know, but she be on some bullshit sometimes too. Crystal, go ahead, because you was this is actually you being right anyway. So what you got to say?
All right. So it's the same thing that was mentioned in a lot of different videos. I've always felt like Pearly Things was just about Pearly because she would always defend people that sound as ignorant as fuck as long as it's biased towards her needs or her show, and then keep her mouth shut. On another episode where she was the guest of some other channel, they asked her if she wanted to date what's the guy's name with the blue hair?
Destiny.
I would call him a Nazi, but
Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny
Which, by the way, is a
hell.
stripper
So
name.
right. Yeah, it is. Exactly. Because my whole thing is okay, so you kind of knew before the interview with this one dude, she was on another show and they asked her, like, okay, well, he's looking for a white Christian American girl. And she did not deny that she wouldn't date him. She just said, oh, I don't think I'm his type because I'm not Christian. And he was like, well, you never know. Y'all got to hook up one time. So the fact that he's on her
I saw that.
show, yeah, but the fact that
Yeah, I saw that.
he's on her show like 1 month later or 2 months later, you can't tell me that her closed mouth ain't got nothing to do with his dick in her fucking mouth. Women always act all submissive and shit and quiet when they get in that dick. So you can't tell them. Every time it's something going off on her show, she's quick to be like, whoa, 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 guys, and try to be the logical person. Where was her fucking logic when he was out just being out racist and going after an Italian woman for dating a black man? Where was her defense logical thinking then? Because he was sounding straight up ignorant.
Yo.
Actually, I want to add something to that. Is that he didn't even bring up much about slavery. He was talking about the Holocaust. And then she interjected something about slavery, saying, oh yeah, that's just like how people will react to slavery, saying how slavery wasn't that bad. And pretty much she was equating what
she was equating
slavery to what he was saying about the Holocaust. So that was all on her, actually.
Pearly?
That was all on Pearly. He was talking about Jews and the Holocaust. So they could call anti-Semitism on him for the most part in that interview. But so she was the one that brought up black people. He didn't bring up black people at all until he was talking about that Italian chick at the end that was dating one of her employees. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's still dick riding. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't find anything else to speak of because you know it sounds racist as fuck, and you want to add on to that shit that's not logical at all. In fact, if you think about the Holocaust, are we forgetting that black people was in that shit too, motherfucker? Like,
yeah, they were.
Why are we not talking about that? Why are we not talking about that shit? I'm just.
I could debate you on that, but I'm not going there.
No, well, you can go there, but when we're talking about the Holocaust and I got my facts, you like to sideline people, and I know where the fuck you live. But I'm just saying that, on a basic level, not too deep, she did not say, okay, well, where are you getting your information from? Because she's all about statistics. That's that fake shit that I don't like. Your statistics come out your fucking ass when it's a tool to degrade somebody else's thinking. But where was your fucking statistics when he was being a fucking racist, you piece of shit? I'm not in for anybody coming for, oh, I'm for the black man and black woman. And then you turn around and statistics is nowhere to be had. You've never experienced slavery just like the rest of us, but yet you can come out of your fucking mouth and say, oh, slavery wasn't that bad. We don't even know, but we know the true history that they don't teach in school, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
End the story.
So, hold on.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I just don't like fake people. It's not about race. It's about the fact that your facts come out your fucking mouth when your pussy's wet, but when it's not, it's all dried up.
All right. I think y'all are forgetting that. What do you think will happen if when white people come together? Like, because we do that shit too,
I already know you going
Wait,
coming at me.
white people do what now?
When you said
No, you coming at.
when you brought up the Holocaust, and I was like, okay, I know of this guy, right? He's a give zero fucks type of dude. Is he racist?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's racist. Is he
It-
prejudiced?
it-
Yeah.
I even think that he's a grifter. Actually, I think sometimes he says stuff just to be antagonistic.
You could say that too. Hell yeah, because he was the guy
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Kanye when he went on Tim Pool show when he walked off. That was him.
Mhm.
And so this is something you have to understand about this guy. He's been labeled all this shit, right? Because he's raw. He just talks shit. If it comes about ratio, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it just to get that clout. That's the type of dude he is from his history. Because there's people that have called him out and all that shit. He's never answered for it. So when the whole thing, so knowing he was on her show, I'm like, there's no way this is gonna go down proper. Like something's gonna come out of it just because he's there. Because the same thing happened with Ye. Just because this dude opened his damn mouth and started leading towards certain questions, then Ye got fed up and stepped out. So this guy, he's known for this. That's one thing. Secondly, you're not gonna talk to him. Yo, of course she feels this way. You understand? Of course she feels this way. That's not why we watch her though. Right? Because I'm sure if not, I'm sure these jokes have come up before, but nobody gave a fuck. Nobody, it probably went past our heads and shit like that because we're not in it for that. We're not really paying attention to that because of who's sitting next to her. We're trying to get to the issue of whatever we're talking about when it comes to relationships of that nature. And usually she's right. Usually her and those who usually side with her are mostly right on the subject,
It's some all relationship stuff, right?
Type of thing. That's why we're watching her now.
Yeah.
So I have like when I watch these people, I don't care. I don't care who you like, what you are, who you are, all that stuff. If you're telling the truth, if it makes sense, if it's wrong, if it's ringing true, I'm like, okay, I dig you. I don't care how you feel about me or my people. No. What are you talking about? Is it something I'm interested in hearing? And is it true? Then I got you. All right. That's how I am with everything. So when I saw a reaction to this by, I forgot his name, the dude with the glasses.
Oh, you talking about mediocre tutorials and reviews?
Yeah. And the way he was like, it's like he's on his knees for his own subscribers just because he was with her and all that stuff, which tells
he don't want his subscribers to hate him.
You guys are on the same playing field, same level, same agreement of what y'all talk about. That's why, right?
Mm.
I think
I think that too. Yeah.
To know that's why. Why do you think you have to beg your audience to be like, oh, I know I was on her show. I know we talked. I didn't expect that. What the fuck? Wait, first of all, I get she's a white woman. So whatever if it's against us in some way, it's to be expected. We should be on that level anyways, black people. Anybody can be think of us of a certain way because of how we're perpetrated and things of that nature and whatever it is we know or whatever deeds they've done to us, evil deeds they've done to us. We should have that in the back of our mind. Why do you have to grovel? It's because So I'm like, you need to understand, like that does not like this shit does not matter. You got white people, they're gonna make their white jokes and however across the line they could get the closest they can get, they're gonna get there because that means more clicks and all that shit, straight up and down.
But you know what I noticed? What he was saying, I know. I'm gonna sound like a bitch right now, but it's okay. I've realized the same rhetoric that he gave as to being sorry for being on her show, and he takes full responsibility and full blame. Do you notice those same words was spoken out of Pearlie's mouth as well? So, and he said prior to him coming on and making a video, right? He spoke to her. So I think they have an agreement. I'm not stupid. Nobody sounds the same exact fucking way when they are apologizing or feeling some sort of way. If you come up with a line, I take full responsibility, and it sounds like it's a rehearsed line, I'm sorry, you're going to come harder with that. It did not sound genuine. And at the end of the day, if you stood behind being with her from thick through thin, then stick with that shit, okay? Don't apologize now. Be like, yeah, I was on her show. I got a upcoming video coming. I'm gonna put that out too, but after that, I think I'm gonna part ways. Keep it moving. But y'all two sound the same way because it was a video Ray had us watch, if you remember, and he was quick to be dick riding on Pearl. So everybody's in the same fucking boat. You ain't fooling anybody, nigga. Like, chill with all of that. You stand behind your hoe and keep it moving.
But I have an
He's the
issue
one
with
that's
what I
right.
heard too.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay, but yeah, I had an issue with what I was hearing because they was trying to turn like, oh, Pearly talks about black topics or black relationship issues. I was like, well, hold on a second. All this shit that y'all talk about is red pill talking points.
Hmm.
Is red pill relationship,
Someone sees it.
women overstepping their, not overstepping their boundaries, but overstepping their sexual market value and stuff like that.
Hmm.
White red pills have the same talking points, and black red pills pretty much have the same talking points. When did this become? When did she become an advocate for black folks? She never was.
That's, yo.
I think it was because, and yes, you're right. Even though they both black and white have the same talking point, it was the fact that a lot of black YouTubers did go to her
Came on
channel.
her channel, right? But
Yeah,
They
well,
sure did.
And the guests.
I believe that's
and the guests
because the
and
And
the
the
guests
producer
were
was
black.
black. So yeah.
Honestly,
oh,
that
what,
Italian girl and Nick Fuentes was like the only white people I ever saw outside of Destiny.
Especially
I've
in
seen
that.
a few other ones, but
It's rare.
half the time I
That's
wasn't
why the
even
only
looking. I was like listening because I was at work and stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah,
That's why the red
I,
pill community needs to self-police because there are a lot of bad eggs. Like the
Do
motherfuckers like
Oh my
Crystal, the people that
god!
go after you. These are
I
the
don't be
ones.
doing
And the
nothing,
mediocre
girl.
guy likes to defend all these
Jesus.
passport bros like at not so you
Can I?
understand. There are
Let me
certain
just.
things and certain people within a community that needs to be like, yo, nah, this ain't what it
Listen, their mics need to be taken fucking away. So you have the red pill motherfuckers, then you have the king of the red pill, and they come in like these little ant nests. One's red, one's black. They come in all these different fucking colors. And you know what I've realized? Every time I say something on social media, like girls could be saying some dumbass shit like men ain't shit, men
Mhm.
full of this, and I come in with common fucking sense and they attack me. I
It is
don't fucking get it.
it is
And it's
not
always
just
the
because
red
she's a
pill
woman either.
motherfuckers.
It's because she's a
Cause
black woman. They go after her color too, not
but
because she's a
then
woman.
so they'll be like, "Oh yeah, your ass is never gonna be married." I'm like, "Sir, I've been married for 15 years." Oh yeah, you're overweight and have like 15 kids. Sir, I got 4 kids. We're all on insurance policies. I got a house. I got a Range Rover. Come again.
Hmm.
Oh, you probably on EBT. No, I own 2 trucking business. Come again. Like
Yeah.
it's they're always looking for something
Yep.
that is the norm of what their life skill is, which is looking at black women like we're nothing. The only thing that black women got wrong is getting their education and not letting it work for them. Because we should never be the second poorest in the fucking country. What shit is that? Get your degree if it's a business degree and build your own business. That's the only thing because a lot of these other race of women that's born into fucking wealth that you think have it all, they can't hold on to wealth to save their fucking life. If their man was to die tomorrow, they don't know what to fucking do. I said what I said.
Uh-huh. That's husband or daddy taking care of the ass.
but yeah, I never understood that when I would hear them talk about pearly things. I'm like, oh, she was talking about black manosphere issues. I'm like, all y'all talking, all y'all saying the same shit.
And
The only thing that's different is that y'all like to pretend like black women exclusively have some of these issues, when really, if you would ask some of the white, if when that issue comes up to white red pills, they say that those issues you talking about really exist amongst most American women in general. That's what they said. Because I've been listening for a long time. It's been a long time. It's probably been around 10 years or something like that.
Okay, can I ask you a
When,
question?
yeah.
If that was true, and I'm sure you're not agreeing with that shit, you're just giving facts. But if that was true, why do we have older Caucasian women going and marrying 13-year-old boys in Africa? I'll wait.
13-year-old boys in Africa. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
look it up. Yes, it
Really?
is. Yes, it
Yes, it
is.
is.
That
Sadly,
was
it's the
the
case.
original passport girls. But we don't want to talk about that shit, do we?
Oh
We
yeah, I do
have
know about the
African
passport girls. Yeah. But I know
Yeah,
those
but
13-year-olds. Damn.
yes, there are 13-year-old boys being married off as we fucking speak to Caucasian women well off in their 60s, in their 30s. You know that TikTok video with that Caucasian lady with that boy?
Hmm.
And it looks normal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's plenty of that in Africa going on as we speak.
I'm not
Oh,
But
surprised, but damn.
it's not outed. It's not outed. So if the so-called the issue was the black woman, why do we have that shit going on?
Yeah. But like what I'm saying, like the issue is, it's not like black women. It's like all these things that the black rip will be talking about. It's not black exclusive.
But how are they going to make their money if they're not talking about the black woman?
I don't know.
this is how you know
But like
niggas.
you ever heard of Rolla Tomasi?
Yeah, I've heard of Roller Tomasi.
Yeah, Rolla Tomasi said that he debunked that shit, and I believe it's true just based off my own observations. He said that a lot of these issues that y'all talking about is like a black issue, is as far as like the dating world and stuff like that. It's not really a black issue per se. It's like general American behaviors.
Unfortunately, it's happening in the UK too, because they over there in the
Well,
UK.
we the same. They just, me us and them are kind of similar
They have
in
a
a
high
lot of
divorce rate too.
ways. This is Western sensibilities. UK is not that different from us.
Nope.
I'm not.
In culture.
Yeah, that's it.
Like you could go talk to a UK person and y'all probably relate on a lot of things pretty easily, especially since y'all understand each other as far as language is concerned.
Yeah. Personally, I'm not surprised that Pearl thinks that way, because I think a lot of white people think that we over exaggerate slavery for some reason, and that's why that's why
No, I don't think they know the half of it.
So
yeah, but
feeding
I'm
babies
saying
to
like,
crocodiles is okay.
oh yeah, gator bait, the whole gator bait thing, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying though. I feel like, and I guess this is me being in the military. A lot of them really don't know the real deep history about it, and then that's why I feel like I've always said this: it's up to us to educate them at least once. We don't have to repeat ourselves, but at least once,
Right.
tell them what it was really like, and that this stuff that you could look up. And after that, if they still
Give
want
them
to
the
go on with
facts.
their ignorance,
Hmm.
just let them be. But I don't think
Yep.
we don't have to explain to it no more than one time. Which is why, like, I remember when Tommy Lauren had this debate with Charlemagne, and she said the Black Panthers was a terrorist group, and they are
Oh God.
anything other than a terrorist group. They was a party, if anybody knows that. And he was like, "There's documents and history of everything that the Black Panther done did that the government uses now." So it's just like you can't call them a terrorist group. But it's funny because even though after he explained that, and I'm pretty sure he sent her information, she still had her opinion about the Black Panthers being a terrorist group. So I feel like after that, you don't have to explain yourself no more. Like, as black people, you, like I said, explain to them once, and then if they don't get it, go about your business. And also, this shows that, in my opinion, if we can make someone like Just Pearly Things get like 1.3 million subscribers, there's other black platforms that you could push to get to that, not just Pearl shit.
Hmm.
And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people just looking for someone to gravitate to. Ever
No,
since
they're
Kevin
looking
The
for
Samuels.
a
reason
white savior. A white savior is what they're gravitating towards, and it happens to be a
probably
white
that too,
female.
but I think that Just Pearly Things I think that as far as the manosphere is concerned and the dating coaches and kind of trying to teach me how to navigate social situations as far as opposite sex. I think that the black creators are booming in those areas the most for whatever reason.
Uh,
Because when I think of red pill creators, I think of mediocre tutorial reviews, Donovan Sharp, Coach Greg Adams. What's that guy that talked with that southern accent? I can't remember his name right now. Alpha Male Strategies, Kevin Samuels.
Mhm.
The only white ones I could think of is
Rollo Tomasi
Rolla Tomasi,
and Better Bachelor, if I'm correct.
Better Bachelor, and then there's that other bald guy that doesn't really. He's not that popular. Like white guys aren't really booming in that like that. They out there, but they just not in the higher views. You know what I mean?
Is it because they? Go ahead.
Is it because they're not inviting Instagram models?
That might be. You thinking about fresh and fit.
There is a
them
white
too.
version
Them
of
too.
Fit. There's a white version. They're called Whatever. I think they're called the Whatever Podcast or something.
I never even heard of them.
Just
right
look
there.
them up. They're definitely the white version of Fresh and Fit.
Yeah,
There's also the British version of Fresh and Fit that invites like British baddies or whatever. All of them inviting baddies to get clout and stuff like that. So
I believe you. I believe you. There's a lot of clones. There's Kevin Samuels clones. There's Fresh Fit clones. There's a couple.
Everything I think of Fresh and Fit, I think of fruit. Am I the only one?
Fresh and Fit.
Fresh and Fit. You think of fruit?
I must be.
It does sound like a
smoothie. The fresh part.
Like
the fresh part, definitely.
It's like one of those gems that have a smoothie bar.
Yeah. I'm sorry to get off topic. I just wanted to put that out there.
Oh no, you good. You good. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
no, I didn't even know what y'all was talking about. So we could have moved on yesterday. I was so lost. I was like, okay, yeah, y'all got it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think Pearly Things. I never thought that Pearly Things spoke for the Black manosphere or Black Red Pill. I don't even really be thinking about Red Pill as a black thing for real.
Is Pearly Thing a white girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
So how can she speak for the Black manosphere? Explain that.
Exactly.
Damn,
why would she even care? Because I honestly think that Pearly Things Pearly Things was speaking on behalf of dating culture in general, probably based off of what she wanted for probably people that she be around. Like she want people that she's around to get in relationships and not be antagonistic towards relationships like a lot of people are. She probably was never even thinking. She probably was never even thinking about black people or black issues. It just so happened that black people were talking or are dealing with these things as well, and are popular content creators around these topics.
I think it's just her family as an example.
Her family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so it's from her perspective most of the time. Because she says, "Oh yeah, when my dad was dating, and this is what they used to do, or this and the other." Like she'd always have that example.
Yeah.
She's just one of those girls that because she hangs out with a different race, she thinks that she can speak on their behalf, and it shows with the comment that she made regarding slavery. It's just ridiculous.
I think that black dudes need to stop dating dusty white girls.
Oh no, he didn't.
Damn.
I'm just gonna say that right there.
We can be canceled.
I ain't being careful.
If we didn't get canceled for how many times you done went left? Yeah, we're not going.
Why you gotta call me out though, Sally? Why you gotta call me?
I think black dudes need to stop dating dusty. Black dudes. I'm gonna be controversial. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So that's what I do.
I'm shocked Ray haven't had to rebrand this channel about 15 times.
Black dudes need to stop dating so dusty. Because black dudes date pretty dusty stuff, but they definitely need to stop dating these dusty ass white girls.
It's not just the white ones though. It's every race because you know what I'm
Yeah.
I'm tired
I
of black
agree.
men wanting the best and getting, like you said, dusty. Because what tends to happen is then you have all these race of women from different countries making a whole podcast about how they should be picked when the own men in their country don't even want them. So
Yeah.
the fact
So
that
they go
they're
to black.
reaching out to the black men are very intellectual, strong men. But the ones that go towards them, they never have money. Their dust leaves them damn self. So I guess it's a match made in heaven. But to think that I have all these things going on with me, mentally ill and all this shit, diabetes, and I'm gonna go with the black man, yes, because he's the only one that'll accept me. That's degrading. Don't do that.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Degraded to who?
Them black men be so happy, child. They be like, Hercules.
That's not a man, that's a boy.
Having a big ass Kool-Aid smile, and then you see they sitting next to Roseanne and some shit like that.
I'll tell you, they make whole YouTube videos. They be ready to cheese in front of the camera. Oh, you can't tell them nothing. They big hype.
What is it
If
like dating an
you are
interracial
that,
couple?
But then they realized that the pussy was made with the same material than the next one, It's nothing new about the shit.
Right.
Ask God because he made all of us. Just because it's a different
I don't know. White girls like anal more. I don't know. That's not from personal experience, by the way. It's not.
I mean, you kind of see that
where did this come from?
I don't know.
It just randomly just dropped on the table. Like, did anybody ask this question?
No, she said it's the same. It's the same material. It's the same. Like it's the pussy not no different. It's the same material. And I said, well,
thing that the material that's made in our mouth, that softness, it's the same shit in the pussy. Like,
yeah, that's where it came from.
The only
and then I
difference is
said,
the
well,
grip.
probably with the pussy,
you might need to rebrand this to the afternoon session.
If you looking to be a booty warrior,
this is giving BT at night right now.
BT uncut, a little BT uncut. Oh, it always get there. It always get there. I do want to say this before we move on, and this is to piggyback on one of Crystal's points. There's a lot of you men that y'all.
Ooh, you men.
Yeah, no, because like I don't know, and Crystal knows what I'm talking about. Some of y'all have been hurt by women and never recovered. So
I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. Preach.
Repeat that for the niggas in the back. Hold up. No, repeat that for niggas in the back.
No, for real. There's a lot of you men that's been hurt by women and never recovered. And then like y'all just the first thing y'all just want to do, even when the woman is on your fucking side. And this is what I hate about most people.
That's true. I don't know exactly
most people on the red pill shit. It's just y'all just go after a woman just because of a woman, and then y'all don't really decipher the fact that she's on your side or not, and then y'all just like just jump on a woman just because y'all really need fucking help. Because I said it's one thing, especially since you kind of like the woman, you kind of want the woman to agree with one of your logics. The last thing you need to do is scare them the fuck away. and a lot of y'all do that. You need fucking help. And that shit gets annoying. Especially when you throw out stats, and this is, don't get me wrong, I'm all about stats and facts and all that other stuff. But when you put them somewhere when it's not needed or is irrelevant, it don't make sense for you to put in there. You look stupid. It's just like
stupid.
Is no reason for y'all to be acting like this, especially around women. I understand that as men, we go through this fuck bitches phase. I know because I went through that. I've gotten over that, and I tell anybody it's a very toxic phase that a lot of men go through. But either way, you get over it. Once you get over that, you realize how toxic it was. You do not want to go back over there. But some of y'all stay in that lane, and y'all never get out. Y'all need help. I'm just gonna say that.
and I'm laughing in agreement, by the way.
Making their mission to argue with them and everything. I'm like, yo, what is this? What guy chooses to argue with a woman?
And I'm gonna just say it. When I ask you what is your definition of settling, and the woman gives her definition of why are you jumping into that and arguing with that? But it's her
God.
definition.
Oh God. That guy, you know what? I, mm, I was actually being nice, by the way.
You was.
I just want to say I held back because I know I can go to fuck off. I can find his IP address and all of that good shit.
That's talking
But
about
you see,
somebody who's arguing on comment section.
I'm just saying that it got too much. It was just like each time I said it's an abstract thought. What do we know about abstract, class? Abstract means it has not been defined. It could only be defined by the person that's talking about that thought. So
It's
the
not
fact that you
solid.
want it's not solid. Thank you. So where do
Mhm.
statistics come from in this bitch?
And the race. I'm like, yo,
Oh, you look black, so I thought you was black, and I'm like, and you
like
look dumb, so I know
still,
you're dumb.
I'm like, still, even though, like, where'd it come from? Why'd you have to associate that?
I'm a
That wasn't a
really
question.
nice person, especially when it comes to certain races, because I figured this man wants to seem valid in his thought. And I'm not going to curse him the fuck out because he's still not going to learn anything. But I'm not going to disagree with my agreement with myself, because that would be a disservice to myself. But the more that I try to re-explain, because it just got worse and worse. So whatever Ray said, that's exactly how he summed it up in the best fucking way, without me curse. Because if Ray didn't jump in, this man, he would have been trying to figure out why people are following him. I'll just leave it at that.
I mean, but this is why he said what he said earlier. Just talk to them the one time about whatever, and then if they don't get it, they just don't get it.
Dion, you do
Some
know
people
me
are
from
white.
elementary school, right?
That's besides the point. That's besides the
Can I
point.
leave it alone?
That's a
I'm
lesson
going to defend
especially for you.
myself.
Then, now that you said that, then that's a lesson especially for you.
Oh my gosh, don't be getting two shoes now. Be the
I thought
Dion
that
that
was
I
for
know
white
you to
people.
be.
I am.
Okay. All right. Honestly, that was gonna be my final thought, but I know I have another final thought soon. So on to our next topic. How do you people feel about Chat GPT?
Hmm?
I have no idea what that
I
is.
didn't look it up. Sorry.
It's basically like it's just like AI shit that like it could
Oh, I
like
know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
You're talking about it pretty much it puts in a acceptable or like a satisfactory response and for someone that you're talking to, so you get like a good response out of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think I saw that they used it also to write essays,
Right. And
like
it's
Sounds weird.
one that's really good and that has zero plagiarism. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
at this
it's like
point, why
a
do I
yeah,
need to be extremely working hard at college?
right, pretty much.
right. And now that it's gotten to a point where it's so good that a lot of people are afraid that it's going to take some of their jobs. As in, people are starting to using Chat GPT to go into some jobs, and a lot of people are afraid that it's going to replace them with their jobs. And this is where I was thinking that there's a lot of AI stuff that's out there right now that we think is incredible, that is going to take a lot of people's jobs. So I come to the panel is like how y'all feel about that
Mm.
in general.
Well, they'll still at least have one person still working that job to make sure the AI don't mess up. So it ain't taking
Because
all of y'all jobs, but the few jobs that it will be snatching up, you better go ahead and pick up a trade fast and quick
yeah,
because we
because
need
AI art for one. That shit,
exactly. We need
they be fucking up them hands. Them hands be
to
looking fucked up.
Them hands and the
because
feet.
a lot of people in the medical field, there's a lot of AIs doing certain type of surgeries and grafting and stuff like that, or they're using the hands, like even though it's not doing it itself, somebody is still, maneuvering it. But then you also have, like, let's be honest, the warehouses, like the manufacturing warehouses that was building cars. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of these people have lost their jobs because they're just not needed because machines have taken over, and it's going to happen. As long as people are continuing to be smart and building these programs and learning more in regards to like the computer and stuff like that, you eventually we all knew this day was gonna come around. We thought it was coming in 2000. The world wasn't gonna need
Yeah.
us. That's why we have what was it 2K whatever when we
Y2K.
thought everything was just gonna go black and the world
Everything's
was
gonna
just not gonna need
collapse.
us. Exactly. So we all came to the understanding that eventually this would happen. And the whatever GP, whatever it's called, it's a
Chat
great
GPT.
thing because it allows us to be more lazy. So,
Okay.
isn't that what society wants from us? So we can be a bunch of lazy human beings and eventually become so tired of just getting up. So they let everybody else do something for us, and then the government can take over and run our life. Isn't that what they're? My God. Is it being too? It's done too early. They was expecting us to get to realize it or not realize it. So when they take over, like I'm confused.
Well, you just gave me an idea. So people's new job would be saving acid and making sure that they fuck over the AI systems. What?
And then guess what? The
It's a
AI
new
is gonna
job.
get. Well, that means you gonna train the AI that done did it so many times now.
All right, go ahead.
It's gonna only teach the AI how to be better at risk management, how to be better at doing their job, at finding out problems, figuring out how the solution. We just gonna create an even smarter AI by the time.
So if we
So
keep
it's best
melting
for
it,
us to
it's
come
just
to
going to keep getting smart because we'll erase a lot of the chips setting in that,
exactly.
so they can't
We
get it
just got to
back.
come to the conclusion that they're going to be taking over your job. And there's still going to be one person there just in case, something goes left to,
The one
correct
person
it.
that actually maintains the system and shit.
Yeah. There's always going to, you can't, we're not going to just let electronics just naturally take over and nobody else can shut it down. So there's always going to be somebody there. But you're going to have to get into a field where you're still needed. And being honest, typing on the computer is not a field where everyone is still needed at. So you got to
Mhm.
be able to build a house. Like they might eventually have some AI polices. So, if we complain long enough, they're gonna have some polices that can assess and bullets be
I had
swinging
a
left
dream
and
about
right.
that. I had a dream
So
about that. So
We
yeah,
gonna we
it's
gonna
gonna
What?
happen.
Oh, it's talking about
Vote.
like a real live RoboCop and
Vote
shit.
citizen.
oh we
so
gonna
we just
program
got
some
we
racist
gotta
cops.
realize
We gonna
instead
program
of us pretending that it's not happening and fighting against it, you're gonna have to set yourself up for something like become a lawyer, become a doctor, um, go into like the trades of picking up, at the farms and
But even with the doctor,
mowing lawn or stuff
they
like
got
that. I don't
robot
know.
surgeries.
yeah, they got
Yeah, but
robots.
the robot doesn't perform. It's still a doctor using, his hands is in something, and the robot is like mimicking his hands.
Oh, okay.
They can't trust the robot with that. There's just things as a
Can you
doctor we just ain't
imagine?
gonna give a robot that credit.
Son.
I watched a robot do a cupid shuffle, so I don't know. I'm just worried.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
sorry. I just
God.
thought about a robot just doing a full surgery, and my dark sense of humor just came out because that would be fucked up if something went wrong.
I,
Mhm.
They'll start braiding guts and shit. Like,
Oh no.
so yeah, so I mean, according to this article, I guess I'll bring it up for y'all that I'm reading right now because it's not just like low jobs; it's actually like mid and higher jobs or some shit like that, like interpreters and translators. Do you know how much money you can get for being a translator? That's a lot of money for
yeah, I
translating.
tried to be it, but I didn't have the patience.
First of
Sir,
all,
go ahead.
AI as an interpreter and translator, that's just common sense.
I
First
don't
of all,
know.
they can translate and type that within the as the letters is coming out the person's mouth, they're already typing it. So
You say that right now, but every time I ask Alexa to play a song for me, she act like she don't hear me.
Because you haven't registered your voice to her, so she probably still trying to figure out, you know, some of
Who the
them
hell
words
you are?
is yeah. Exactly. She done heard 20 different conversations. She's just like, okay, who is this now? Like, who am I talking to today?
Probably, I don't know. I said, but yeah, there's a lot of jobs on here that I feel like make a lot of money. I don't know how much public relations specialist makes, but writers and authors, people.
Zoom in? Can you zoom in?
Uh,
Animal scientist. That sounds like something from Resident Evil.
recipes Lance Reddick because he was Wesker. I can't remember what is the zoom in button on. I can't find the zoom in button
Are
on
you
here.
on Windows or Mac?
This is yeah, Windows.
It's control and you using a mouse
Yeah.
or not? So control and increase the roller on the mouse.
Oh no, I'm using a key like a laptop strength. So
Okay, so then it's control and I think the plus sign.
control and then plus sign.
Hmm.
To
Look
make
at
it
that.
big. Yeah.
Look at God.
Ooh,
So
I learned some
Uh,
today. Okay,
all right.
we found out.
So can you see that?
Yes.
All right, yeah. So there you go. Some interpreters,
Y'all, I can't even deal with y'all. Man.
financial quantitative analysts. That sounds important.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, web and digital interface, cause so and all you graphic designers that proofreaders and copy markers. That's correspondent clerks, news analysts, reporters, and journalists. So someone else
What?
can someone else can feed us liberal garbage and fake
I
news.
guess they'll listen to a person talk and translate it, and then put it post it
Hold
onto
on. I had to step away for a second. What are we talking about right now?
These are
the job that.
these are jobs that Chat GPT can like take over.
Okay. All right. Still on GPT. All right.
Yeah. So tax preparers, if they this uh,
Well, do they know how to cheat? Because if you
probably
don't know how to cheat, you might as well. We gonna still keep the civilian tax repairs
it's like
on
yeah,
deck.
you want to get your tax write off because everybody know
Don't give me a H&R Block tax repair. No, I need homegirl that sits on the side of the road tax repair.
climate change policy analyst. I didn't even know this was a thing. So, and legal secretaries and administrative assistants. So I don't know. I think Will Smith was right when he was trying to kill off them robots in our robot. So
Good, right?
No, we should have took what he was doing serious. Then we
Hmm.
so
wouldn't
the
be so
A,
shocked right now.
so the GPT can take away all these jobs here that we're looking at. That's the high-paying jobs for human beings.
Hmm. Sure.
yeah,
Where administrative assistant getting where they working at? That's getting paid
that's a
this high pay
secretary.
salary.
That's
Exactly where they working at? Because last I remember, them administrative assistants about 40K. So where's
like
this 100K administrative assistant working at?
I don't know. Probably like Tony Stark and Pepper. Maybe.
I was gonna say probably in the White House or something.
Yeah, Monica Lewinsky could probably answer that.
Oh, see.
You will
Dang.
own nothing and you will be happy.
Hmm.
I
They
know
I
that.
said they were
think
gonna do this, so
Yeah, I
like,
know that was.
they did say that.
Hey, look, I've been saying this, and I know it's been kind of like running around YouTube. The whole thing with Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Obama like playing different games and all that. And
Yeah, I see them on TikTok.
yeah, now as funny as it is, I said that's also kind of creepy because
Wait,
it,
did we talk about the LSU thing?
no,
Ooh,
but we can if we talk about. We still got time, so But
I was like, wait, did we that happened this week? How come we ain't bring that thing up? Jill Scott, aka Joe Biden, and LSU and Iowa, where she felt like both parties need to show up to the White House.
I was about to
That's
say
a hot topic.
we can still bring it up.
Oh,
I just wanted to knock these out because Dion was going to talk about WrestleMania. Ain't that right, Dion?
Eventually.
Yeah,
I figured that would have been a topic of discussion at some point anyway. That's the only reason I didn't say nothing about it.
yeah. But I don't, like I said, this I
Don't
seen.
let me want to talk wrestling without Fada here, though. It's weird.
I know. I don't even think he realizes that we on tonight, but that's fine. I think
Q, didn't Q want to talk about this too?
probably. I don't know. So we can get to that. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
I just want to say I'm glad that I changed from being a nurse to watching kids because the AI can't watch no damn kids. I'll tell you that. Let it try. Being some Terminator motherfucker. You ain't Terminator. The fuck? You don't gotta save the world. It's
See
I.
now
Sit
you
your ass
think.
down.
See now you think that. See now you think
Early.
that.
Look, the day that they create a actual robot that looks like a human being to treat these kids and watch after them, that's when y'all gonna see my ass on the fucking news.
Oh, that's
They
going to
probably
come
not.
soon.
I
That's
think they
coming
got
in the
some of
next 10
those.
years,
We
I
just can't
guarantee it.
afford them. Now they
I'm
got some
legit.
of those. We just can't afford those right
Look,
now. So right now
Exactly.
it's only
Especially in the
for
urban
the
area.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
only
good.
for the up and up, extremely up right now.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Cause
they're
It's
getting
up
into
and up
celebrities.
and up and up.
There was like two celebrity photos that everybody didn't know if it was real or not. They was really deciphered. One was LeBron in a skirt, which I knew
Oh
was AI
God!
generated, and the
Oh,
other
it
one was
was?
like
Ooh, I'm
it was.
sorry.
Wow!
When I look it
Leave me
up,
alone.
I'll show it to you. And the other thing was like pictures of Donald Trump getting arrested, and he was like running for the cops.
Yeah, that looked
That
fake.
shit
That don't
look
even look
real,
like
yo.
something
I
he
was
would
like, say
do.
word.
No damn well
His
Donald Trump
face
can't
wouldn't be
run.
like that.
He ain't going around. Shit.
Oh shit! But
That shit was funny. It looks so
like,
real, son.
it did look
I
real.
was like, yo, because
It did
I
look
can
real. I said,
imagine.
God damn, this shit look real. I was like, did this really happen? But it was just like, but that's how real it's getting to a point. It's scary. But
Yeah, even the mouth movements. In some things, I have to double check and research to see if this politician said this or that. The way that
You mean the
the
deep
AI can
fakes?
move the lips,
yeah,
well, the way they move the lips, unless you're really staring at the screen, it looks like they're saying these things.
like the one like they've been using recently for all these Black History. Like it was like this black lady and she's speaking on something she's done in history. And I'm
Hmm.
just like, dang, that thing is on point. Boy, you would thought she came from the dead and had this speech.
Yeah, it looks kind of creepy, but at the same time, cool. Yeah, it's one of those things.
Because I
okay.
tried it out on Snapchat and that shit did not do that perfect. Because it was like, how music plays and all of a sudden it moves your mouth. And I was like, it did not look like that.
This the picture right here. If y'all didn't see it, LeBron wearing it.
I would totally believe it.
It fit him perfectly. So I don't even know how to.
It's not him. I said, I don't know. This dude look like R. Kelly, but this,
Oh, he
but
got titties.
but yeah, this is the picture that everybody was like, "Yo, is this real or not?" And then they said Michael Jordan would never, and that's the one.
Oh man. And they need to
Why
stop,
wouldn't LeBron do that though?
degrading our black men.
It's
Don't do
not
that.
real.
Why?
It's
Why they think he wouldn't wear that though?
because everybody, because
That's not real.
it's not because
Is he the one with the son that's trying?
no, you're thinking of
That's
Dwayne Wade.
Wayne.
Okay, my bad.
But I hear LeBron be at their parties, them parties.
LeBron being,
Hmm.
man. Like I said, it looks really fun. So it's going to get to a point where them deep fakes, they're gonna really start making you believe these deep fakes and shit. So
Mm.
But okay, on to the next topic, and obviously B done put a light on it. How did y'all feel about the shit that was happening to Angel Reese?
Not Angel Reese, the whole LSU.
The whole LSU shit.
Um, but Angel Reese, I guess she became the face of
Mm-hmm.
LSU
Of
overnight,
course.
which I don't even know how.
So for clarification, what's the whole LSU thing about?
So they
Um,
won the NCAA championship
Okay.
and the first time ever winning it against, Iowa. Well, their first time winning the championship, for Louisiana State University. So,
Hmm.
but they won it over Iowa, and Joe Biden's wife. She was in Iowa, or she was in somebody's state, whatever. And she was like, "Oh, I'm proud of the Iowa girls, and I hope we're gonna invite LSU to the White House, and I would hope that the other team would also come too." And boy, oh boy, they lit her up and fire that night.
oh
She
yeah,
What
was back to Joe cry.
for
She had to go
inv-
back to Joe crying and wailing because the whole internet had to tow her up and tow
for
Joe up
inviting both
off of
teams to
pure
the White House?
association.
okay, yeah. Because yeah, have you been? I don't know. You follow women's college basketball, right? So the white girl is like white Steph Curry, right? And you know how
Mm-hmm.
white
Hmm.
people, but she kind of like she was doing this "seeing you can't see me" shit to people,
Oh,
and
that.
Hmm.
a lot of people was like, "Oh, she got swag on her. She got a little swagger on her." So when LSU, the one of the girls from LSU did it to her, a lot of people jumped on her for it, just saying that she looked ghetto and it was unprofessional and all that other stuff. Got on a black girl about that. So
Yeah, but the black girl
Well,
been doing that
we've
her
talked
whole
about
time.
that. We talked about that countless times.
yeah, it's cool. It's
That's
cool. They
something
Right.
we've
do it.
talked about countless times.
It's cool. They do it.
I'm not shocked.
It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. And then, okay,
Hmm.
and then what B is talking about is that the vice president's wife thinks that you
No, the
shouldn't invite.
president.
No, oh yeah.
Don't
I'm
send
sorry.
them backwards.
Former vice president.
Former vice president and now President Joe Biden and his wife is like, oh, you should invite both of them, and everybody was like, fuck
And
no.
that's not tradition. So no, we ain't
It
doing the
never
fuck that
have
in the
been, and
night.
all of a sudden it
Why would you
became.
want that to be tradition now, especially when the other team was disrespected by Mrs. Swagger over in Iowa? Like
Hmm.
chill with all of that shit. She was not being
Well,
a good sportsman. She did not win the fucking game. So why should she be eating at the same fucking table? What are you really teaching about game sports? Are you trying to tell us what your fucking husband did to get presidency, nigga? Like,
Participation
let's
trophy.
not let's not do this. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, so LSU was like, first of all, if they didn't win and Iowa won, would they even have invited them as some, true sportsmanship type shit?
Hmm.
She was like, "Don't invite me. I don't want to. I don't want to show up because
They
they didn't even
denied,
have
they
come into
declined
the."
it.
She declined them before the even game started. She had been shut them down. Um,
Oh, because of what the wife said, or because she
no,
just
because
doesn't like the White
so
House?
Joe Biden didn't even consider them as a competitor on his
Oh, he's
bracket
the one that
list.
said they were a joke. I was trying to figure out which
Yeah,
team he was talking about.
and
damn.
so when the wife, came to the locker room, they was just like, yeah, she's not invited. So the after game, she
Hmm.
was just like, I want to invite both of them, and it was just like, oh, girl, bye. There was already they was done with the whole family at this point already.
I wonder if it's her nurturing
Wow.
side. She just want everybody to get along, or is it the fact that she likes Iowa over the other
Man,
team?
it,
I
it was
mean, you want
definitely
to believe
given
it
very
was
much.
an
I
attempt
didn't
to
want the
make
black folks
peace,
there.
but I don't know.
It wasn't
But if
given
it's
make
tradition,
peace.
but if it's tradition to invite the team that
The
won,
champions.
then as a woman, if you made a mistake, just go on the what you call it, the podium, and say, okay, I made a mistake of inviting the Iowa team. Tradition is such and this and that, And if such and such still want to
I'm
come
not.
to the White
It's
House, we would invite. We
unacceptable.
would. Yeah, but she got to correct
No.
her.
First of all, it was she been VP for centuries. Then she became
Mm.
the first lady. So sis, don't act like you just now know traditions. Don't act like you ain't been to so many of these little championship invites from the
Mm.
NBA, NFL to colleges. So don't act like oh you just now. She knew exactly what the situation was,
None of this is new to her.
and we not about to play this today with white
But you know
people
what?
being
You know what?
delusional.
You know what? They didn't want, like, I've you know what I've realized about people that's wealthy? They do things on purpose so that we can stay in our anger. You see me? If I
Hmm.
was an LSU, I'm about to mix up their fucking name, then I'm on a fucking cancel list. But but if I was on their team, I would say, "Oh, thank you so much for the invite." And still fucking go. Because who in their lifetime gets to say they got to sit with the president and White House and have a story? They want, why would you do that? So you won't
Oh, I
go,
would have
so that
stayed
the
my ass
Iowa
home.
team would have went in place of them. You know what I mean? So it's
They
all a
could send
setup.
them losers to the White House to go eat with Biden's and the Kamalas.
You said the
To
Kamala.
I don't even think Kamala gonna be there. You don't see Kamala.
I don't see, where is she? Can we talk about that? We need to do like a missing search person or some shit.
Where is
Where
she?
is she? Is she in Jamaica?
I don't know. She's somewhere. She's somewhere with Waldo. That's all I know. Is she's
Yo,
somewhere with
Ah,
Waldo.
this
what,
see,
her roots is what, Jamaica, not India anymore, so she's Jamaican. So should we be searching there? Maybe she eating a beef patty or and thing. I can't sawfish.
be
I
here.
think
Wherever she at, leave it there.
well, this is what they last year.
Uh, yes and no. Yeah. Just getting there. About a year and a half left. We,
Yeah.
So
Next year is they last, whatever, and then
and
the re-election and shit.
child, when Joe Biden get reelected, we just
What you
If
gonna
he
mean
have
gets
if he gets
reelected.
reelected?
child.
If he gets reelected.
Y'all keep screaming, yeah.
If he makes it.
When?
I'll be surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be surprised if he does 8. I will be surprised if he does 8.
Well, the- well, let's come back in
Hey,
what a
how
year
old
and
is
a
he
half.
again? How old is he again?
Too old.
127
He
years
old.
old.
He old.
Accurate as fuck.
Because even if he gets reelected, is he gonna live long enough to see the whole extra time?
Look, I'm to be honest, I don't know
Well,
about
his clone
Biden
will.
anymore. Yeah,
His
I don't
clone
know
will
about
see
him
the remaining
anymore.
of time.
Hmm.
Any other president would never let,
As
China
much
change their
as
money.
as much as we're talking about robots taking over for people and shit, you never know.
Yeah. So
They
once he
took
gets
over for the
reelected,
toll booth.
we're gonna be realistic about it because just because we ain't feeling him, that don't mean the electoral party is not feeling him. So when he
I
gets
don't think the electoral party's filling him either.
child, he gives them exactly what they want. All he gotta do is sign and he does exactly that. He
Uh,
don't fight back.
I
He
don't do
do exactly
politics
what they
really.
want. So when he gets back in here and do his next 4 years of, of being, his best self, when we come back here in a year and a half and we be like, y'all be shocked. I just want to say, I was prepared.
I'm tired. I had to fight all my life. I had to fight. Jesus.
I swear. I don't know. You have to be a very, very bad candidate to even be losing to Joe Biden, in my opinion. And I'm not even left nor right, but I
It's
just
not, it's not about being bad. We just gotta be honest.
On my vote registration or whatever, I didn't pick any fucking party.
Me neither.
It says unknown. Yeah, surprise, bitch. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, the way this world's going, I don't know.
I don't
'Cause
even
then
know
they
why
might
is that on
separate
your
us.
license. I never understood that. What is the purpose of that being on your?
So the cop can figure out if to shoot you or not. I thought you knew.
Yo.
Okay, I'll behave. I'm out.
You know what's funny? Because like I got four, I got four names and they're all white sounding. So I figured,
Oh god.
You're safe. You're
I,
safe.
and it's Irish, so I figured Irish and cops go together. So I figured they will hold on before they shoot me. Just like
Wow, you got an Irish last name. I got a Scottish last name.
Irish slash mine was Irish slash Scottish, depending on what you. I'm either Drew McIntyre or I'm Sheamus, depending on where.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I realized with our last names, y'all? Get
Yeah.
this. My original last name was Chase. So back in the day, my family was in charge of chasing people down and either killing them. You know, when they say wanted alive or dead, my whole
Yeah.
family was in charge of bringing people in. We were the hunters, basically. That's why my last name's Chase.
Huh.
Interesting.
So check your last name. You'll find out a lot of shit because you got to remember
Oh yeah.
we were either breeded out or breeded in. Either way, your last name is connected to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
People moving out, people moving in because of the color of your skin. Okay. Uh, um, any last words before we move on to our final topic? I guess.
Can't wait for voting season.
Madness.
Because the final topic is more or less like a do you care? Do y'all care about that transgender shooter that was shooting up the school?
Yo,
Heard about that?
yo,
Didn't know full
yo.
details yet.
Yeah. What's the
It
deep?
said not to mention her transgender because it doesn't matter. So
Why
we
is it
can't mention
doesn't?
it.
Yeah, why? Wait.
But
It
when it's a
matters
black
when
man, it
Whitey does it.
matters.
Yo. It
When
matters
it's
when it matters when
What's
black.
the
Yo,
story
what's
behind
going
this
on?
one? What's the story behind this one? The full story
it's
behind
a
this
sad
one.
fucking story. Go ahead, Ray.
No, you tell it because I'm not fully.
Now you know my ass is gonna. Okay, so I'll
Yeah,
try to
that's why
be
I
as
want you to
serious
tell it.
as I can.
Yeah,
Just go for it. Just go for it.
that's right.
So it's a woman that's dressed like a man because she identifies as a man, right?
Yes.
Did I
Okay.
get that right? Okay. And because, okay, don't laugh, Crystal, because it's serious. Because she went to the school and it happens to be a Christian school, she ended up walking in the fucking school, shot 3 kids and 3 fucking adults because of whatever reason that happened to her when she was a fucking kid, when she decided that a pussy is okay to have. That's all I gotta say.
Um.
Yeah, don't start.
That's
I'm having a
funny.
hard time telling the story
That's
because the
funny.
shit is fucking stupid. Oh, like you go back to a fucking school that when you was a kid, you didn't like their belief system or whatever the fuck it is, so you decide to go and kill people that was not even in the same era as you, bitch. I mean, dude, you got it all fucking wrong. Who does
I
that?
mean,
Oh, caramba.
and then all and then all of a sudden you deserve whatever you got because like you just stated, you went there and shot up a bunch of people who had nothing to do with what happened to you.
3 kids that were 9-year-olds and 3 fucking adults. What the fuck did they do to you? Did they not give you the surgery that you so-called wanted? The fuck?
So why can't we say it was a transgender? Why is
Because they
that
didn't
not
want
important?
to blame the LGBTQ community. They did not want to show any mental illness within that community. So by
Supposed to be
mentioning
straight white men.
Um,
Right. But by men,
oh, wait, I'm so confused. I'm kind of lost.
right?
Was it a guy for real, or was it a girl in a guy's
It was
There
clothing?
was a
a
woman
Uh,
that transgen trans tra-
Is it a
woman.
trans
it was
woman
a
or a
female that
trans man?
identified as a dude.
Thank you. It was a woman that
Oh,
identified as a man.
from the pictures I saw, it looked like a woman.
Yeah,
yeah. That's why they was trying to figure out why on the news. Okay, I'll shut up. Hold on.
but
Well,
see,
how long ago has she been
It-
transitioning? Because she still looks very feminine.
yeah.
So she wasn't.
It's, it's,
Was she trying to identify as a woman that day?
I don't know. I don't,
it-
I,
But I'll tell you
it's
where one of them bullets hit,
So,
and it
it,
wasn't the chest. I'll
so
be-
if it doesn't
ew.
matter if she's a
wait a minute.
transgender, then shouldn't it not matter if it's a black person or a white person? Like, are we gonna start, stop labeling those two?
What what matters is this person thought it'd be a good idea to go on their way and shoot a bunch of innocent people who had nothing to do with what they were fucking upset about.
And I'm sorry, death is an easy way out. They should have kept that bitch, I mean, sorry, dude, alive.
No,
What? But those, I mean,
if you identify whatever you identify as is another thing. The moment you draw a weapon on a gang of harmless innocent people, you become a bitch, regardless of what's between your legs and what you identify as. I don't give a fuck. That's a bitch move.
why?
Excuse me,
Why everybody
I
keep going
identify
to
as
these?
a bitch. So I take offense to that, Dion.
That's okay. You're a different kind. I don't even want to say that out loud, but
I was about to
anyway,
say
Don't
you want
walk
to choose the
into
next
that. Don't
you want
walk
to choose the
into
next
that.
words carefully, Dion.
And scene.
You about to put it. This is
Wait,
Yu-Gi-Oh. You
I'm
about to
trying to
fall into a
figure
trap
out
trap, my brother.
why is everybody wanting to go to these little elementary schools? Like, why are you not like? I'm not saying go to a high school or a college and start
you
shooting
shouldn't be
up, but I'm
shooting
just
up
like,
anything. It doesn't matter.
but
You shouldn't be
I'm trying
shooting
to
up no
figure out
school,
why they
no
keep
office
going
building,
straight
no
to like,
restaurant. Why are
No
people
protection.
going into any facility in general with firearms and
what
lighting
if
that bitch up for what?
Because
they
after that,
gonna
It
do it? I
solves
need to know
nothing.
why
You ain't
they
doing
are.
nothing but hurting and killing a bunch of innocent motherfucking people.
Dion, by that point, they don't care. Morals have
Yeah,
gone
they
out
don't
the
care.
window. By that
Yeah,
point,
but
so you even asking that
I
question is irrelevant because obviously their morals has gone out the window. They
yeah,
don't
but
care
all
morals.
the old serial killers. I mean, you know,
I know
school
Jeffrey
like
Dahmer,
all
those kind of people. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, like they
Mass shooting.
people
Columbine.
who was doing that exactly. It was either they went to the school and tore it up, but these people be going all the way back to little kids. I'm just like, why are y'all
And
going that far back?
you know what material? They always go to the fucking places that don't have guns. So
Yeah,
let me tell you something. In Florida, as of June 1st, I believe, or July 1st, guess who gets to have open carry without a permit? Yeah, so let those motherfuckers walk into my child's fucking school and let some motherfucker say, oh, you can't go into the school while there's a shooter in there. All right, that's okay. That's coolio. That's right,
I
because I know.
Yo.
I heard about that law getting passed in Florida, and I honestly feel like that's going to do more harm than good.
You know what?
Nah.
Well, motherfuckers are gonna think twice before coming up
Yep.
in Walmart talking about I'm gonna shoot everybody because I'm depressed and I refuse therapy.
Or
Bitch,
just
I wish
fast
you
forward
would.
to death by cop. That's what. Just
I'm
fast forward to that.
sorry.
They
People
ain't
think
bothered.
twice when it's a gun state. I've noticed we've had more mass shootings, and this does not make me pro gun, but we've had more mass shootings in areas where people do not have a right to either open carry or have guns. And personally, I'm fucking tired of these type of people walking in. Oh, this happened to me decades ago, so I'm gonna go up in some facility and shoot up a fucking school or a Walmart and then everybody's dead. We can't get those people back. But you know what we can do? We can put one, okay, I'll behave because then I'll be labeled as a terrorist. But all I'm saying is that people are gonna think twice if you're protected. That's all I'm gonna say.
They never throw in. They never throw in the stats of the people who saved their lives or other people's lives with a gun. Never.
Mm,
And that
true.
happens so often that you're like, what are we arguing about now? That's how it is.
Three
But
9-year-old
it
lives
won't
is
make the news.
gone.
Come on. It ain't gonna make the news. Maybe the local paper in some town that it ain't no big city, because these are nanny states. They got strict gun laws. So
I would say the only thing we need is a mental evaluation before people have guns, but that's a whole different
I have
ballgame.
been saying that shit for
already
years.
exists, doesn't it?
Then they can open carry all they want. But other than that, I just feel like this is getting out of fucking hand. Every time we hear some mass shooting, I'm tired of it.
I understand you, Pay. I understand. Okay. Any last words before we get into, I guess, me and Dion talking about wrestling, and anybody else that want to talk about?
Yeah, John Cena. Is he still
What?
wrestling?
Yeah, he's still
We
wrestling.
actually just had a match this past weekend.
Okay. Because come on, I grew up with him. So I'm just trying to figure out, is he still wrestling?
He doesn't wrestle full time anymore, but they did
Okay.
bring him out for the WrestleMania special event this past weekend.
Damn,
Yeah,
he's been with them forever.
Probably shooting Peacemaker season 2 right now.
Finally, I need my part 2.
I still need to watch that.
it's good.
Yeah, I still
It's
need to
funny
watch that
too.
that first season.
It's funny too. So, Dion, what you thought about WrestleMania?
The whole weekend was fun for real. Everything from Stand and Deliver to both nights of WrestleMania. The whole weekend was fun.
Did you have a favorite match?
That okay. I have a favorite match from both nights.
Okay.
Favorite match of night one, that tag team title match.
The one with Ricochet?
No,
Oh,
I said the tag
main
team
event.
title match, not
The
the
main event.
showcase.
Yeah, the main event.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos.
Okay.
And I have to say, when it comes to just the whole bloodline story leading up to WrestleMania, can can we just agree that Sami Zayn is easily the MVP of this whole bloodline story?
Oh, of course.
Because damn if he ain't carry this motherfucker.
Okay. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. So, what was night 2?
Night two, I gotta go with that Intercontinental title match. Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre.
That is also mine as well. I already knew they was gonna beat the shit out of each other, so I was like,
that's what everyone was anticipating. That's what everyone wanted, and
boy,
they over delivered.
yeah, I was like, Sheamus' chest was red as hell. It was just- they was slapping the hell out of each other. I was like, ooh, all of them sound like gunshots too.
Whew. It was this no, it was this one. It was this one shot. I think it was that Drew McIntyre hit Gunther with, and like the room stopped. It was so loud.
Oh yeah, like that's the one where Gunter like he really flinched. He's like, ooh. He's like
He
that way.
ain't never been. He ain't never been hit like that.
Yeah.
That's the first time somebody hit Gunther with one of his own chops, and like now you know how that shit feels.
Are you surprised they kept it on Gunter? Because I was actually kind of surprised.
I was, I was okay. I wasn't shocked, but I was low-key rooting for Sheamus the entire time.
I was rooting for Sheamus as well. I was like, this might be the time
I
Sheamus.
I love all three of them wrestlers, but I was rooting for Sheamus the entire time.
Mm. Okay, so how did you feel about the Raw after Mania? It smells
Just
like Vince. It smells like
I'm okay. The first thing that had me like, okay, this smells like Vince wasn't even the Raw after Mania. It was the decision to have Cody Rhodes lose that match.
true.
I'm sorry, too much build up, and then that heartbreak after the fact.
Mm.
You, it's just
It didn't sit right with you, didn't it?
no, it really did, and I was low key hurt. Like, nigga, what you? You don't do all this build up playing off of the name of Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes' father, and then that happens, and then the I guess it's not insult to injury, but the other way around, injury to insult. You have him, you just throw him into this whatever this situation now is between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, just out of fucking nowhere. So de- this definitely reeks of Vince McMahon.
Oh man, I'm
Everything surrounding Cody Rhodes. Now people are throwing jokes about Triple H because you remember the whole thing about when AEW debuted and all of that, right?
yeah,
With Cody Rhodes with the sledgehammer and the throne and shit.
yeah, and then
Everybody was talking about that, but I'm just like, nah. Triple H isn't that petty. Triple H has had his moments, but come on, Trips ain't that petty. He uh, he understands the whole thing of showmanship and all of that. For God's sakes, I think people tend to forget that Triple H himself was a wrestler. I think that tends to slip people's minds. But I don't think there's anyone in the game right now who understands the business inside and out the way Triple H does, and it's just you know McMahon don't want to let him shine. Anytime Triple H has the reins in whatever operation, he shows Vince up every time. The difference in just the quality of the matches and the stories and everything, it's blatantly fucking obvious. Everyone knows, everyone's familiar with Vince McMahon's outdated style of you know everything. you know, so when Vinny is up to his bullshit. But moving on, um, I'm actually excited for SmackDown. I want to hear what Rhea Ripley has to say after beating Charlotte, which I was expecting her to actually lose that match. I was expecting Charlotte to beat her again.
nah. I think she was going. I think they was going to give it to her. I'm actually surprised Bianca lost. Tell you the truth, that one kind of shocked me.
No, Bianca won.
I'm I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry that
You
Bianca
mean
Oscar
you
lost.
talking about? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew B was going to retain.
Oh, and maybe it's just
I
me.
knew.
I love them. I love them both, and I think they put on a great match as well. I just want
Yes,
Oscar to win.
but that out of every fight that Bianca Belair has been in to date, that was easily her hardest match.
Oh yeah, and it did make it. Like I said, it made Oscar look good as well. But I wanted Bianca, Oscar to win it instead of Bianca. And I love Bianca, and I think she does definitely carried the women's division with holding.
Oscar, I feel like Oscar is going to get another title reign at one point or another. I'm just not sure when.
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, she might not, honestly, because real talk, what we've been seeing a lot with the way the championships have been moving, or depending on the match, not moving. In we're seeing a changing of the guard.
Oh yeah, and I will say this, Bianca. I think it proved they was. Someone said they're turning Bianca into John Cena for the women's division, and I was like, I can see that.
Now,
I can see it.
to me, the John Cena of the women's division right now is Charlotte Flair.
Uh uh
The way I'm judging that purely off of the way they've been booking her, and how they've been using Charlotte Flair. To me, they use her in a manner similar to how they used Cena at one point.
mm. I, I don't know if I can fully invest in that, but
Let's see. I just want this particular title reign for Rhea Ripley to be meaningful. I mean, it has some degree of meaning because yes, you got your revenge on Charlotte Flair, but I want Rhea to actually hold that belt for a while. You know, if they do this for me for Rhea Ripley, I'll be happy. Let her make it to SummerSlam before she drops that belt. Give Rhea Ripley until SummerSlam with that title.
okay. All right. Any last words before we move on to our final thoughts?
Oh, I got one question. Best entrance, best WrestleMania entrance.
Right. I'm gonna go bias and say Rey Mysterio's. I fuck with that, even though they fucked it up a couple times. But second,
they
but
fucked up some of the fireworks, I think.
yeah, but second is
For,
Bianca's. Bianca shit was like
for,
actually the
for
when
me,
she had all the little Compton City girls dancing. I thought that was
yeah,
like
for me, it's Seth and then Bianca.
oh Seth with the whole people chanting his name. That shit was dope too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Oscar. I
I
like
need
Oscar,
I need
even
those to
though
pick out that jacket for Seth Rollins though, because
oh yeah,
that
I'm glad he won too. I was like, I did not want him losing to Logan Paul.
I I don't dislike Logan Paul.
Oh no, as a wrestler, the dude's solid. He's really fucking solid. I can't even knock him on that. I just didn't want him
Yeah.
losing. I was like, give Seth. I was like, give Seth one. That's all I was.
The only thing I want to say about Logan Paul is he if he decides to actually do the shit full time instead of just doing like special events and shit for them,
Hmm.
there's your next Miz.
Okay, that's it. That's it. That's actually saying a lot because Miz could.
He's he's got the skill and the personality. All they need to do if he just started wrestling full time, then yeah, that's your next Miz.
Mm, okay.
'Cause he has the skill to do a hell of a lot.
All right. All right. Is that your last? Is that your last words for the wrestler?
Yep.
All right. Now we about to get into final thoughts, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, Shining Wolf, if you're still there.
Is he gone?
I don't know. Class, are you still there? I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming he going off. So material life is on you.
Mm, so I went and watched 1001
The
with
movie with
Tiana
Tiana Taylor.
Taylor. And I have to say that movie was bomb.com. It's just the natural, the natural human struggles it was a good movie. I've never seen Tiana act in a serious role before. Like I know she acts, but every one of her roles has just been extra personality. This is the first time I've seen her act like a regular human being, and like she gave this was her. She deserved a Grammy or whatever Emmy, whatever the thing is that actors get. She definitely deserves her NAACP Image Awards for best leading actor or supporting role. I don't know, but she deserves some awards for that role.
Okay.
So
Is
that
that
was
it?
it.
Uh,
Hmm.
oh yeah. I agree with you. She's very highly underrated. I think she's dope. So that's it.
All
She's
right.
a dope musician. Um, but for acting, she played on Lottery. She played the one at Byron
Yeah.
extra on what Coming to America too. She played what another silly role where
Uh,
she was
she was
hopscotching and jumping up and down. Like, let's be honest, they be playing my girl.
I know she was
Like,
Wesley Snipes' daughter in that one.
yeah. And she played another. It was a silly role. I was like,
You talk about the
let
one
me.
with I think T.I. and he owned a chicken joint with Mike Epps and
Yeah,
That's
that's
that
where
chicken
she.
and waffle
That
shit.
was the whole Byron thing. That was Lottery, where
No, 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 no.
no,
The
this
the, the Byron thing that was that was on the Tyler Perry's joints.
yeah, she there was another one where she was like a ghetto girl in a chicken joint that T.I. and Mike Epps kind of
Yeah, that
owned.
was like
mm,
somebody's like chicken and waffles or some bullshit like that. I know it's a Netflix joint. I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen it. I've like
I
seen like
did.
clips of it.
I did. She was all right. There was another one where I forgot the rapper's name, but he's like a real regular guy type of rapper or some shit. I think his name is Kyle. But she was in that one. She played the stripper.
yeah. I feel
Mhm.
like they always be giving her these extra roles that just be so like, girl, they could have found any H list celebrity to be this extra personality. Why would you? She's very talented music wise, directing wise, artistry wise, her music videos, everything. Like she's just really talented, period. And then you go and pick the most extremely ghetto, just role that doesn't require any extra work on being. I'm just like, why? Like, why even? Like, they couldn't find a white person to do this role. But I understand, people got to eat, however, whatever the case may be. But it's just like, damn, like sometimes can black people just not eat everything? Like, can we just eat stuff with substance sometimes?
You want a filet mignon, not a $2 steak.
Yeah, this role right here was by far one of her best roles I've ever seen her play. Where, like, I would expect this from Halle Berry because this is the type of movie she plays. Let's be honest, everyone at Halle Berry is someone with a kid. They either taken or struggling or something. That's
Mhm.
Halle Berry mo right there.
Okay. All right. Is that your final thought?
Mhm.
All
So
right, D
y'all should
Wolf.
go watch it though.
Yeah.
I'm just
All right, D Wolf is on you.
support that. And what's the other movie? Um the one with the Halle Berry, Halle Bailey. When that comes out, support that. And then I know you said the
The Little Mermaid joint, right?
and then you said what they call 'em, Luigi and Mario Bros. Is really good too.
Yeah, the
So
Super Mario Brothers movie.
yeah, just go to the movies. That's all I'm telling y'all. Y'all need to be outside getting this vitamin D from the sun.
All right, D Wolf is on you.
Uh, yes, I just gotta just read a tweet, full tweet I found a bit earlier. Um, I will forever remain humble because I know I could have less. I will always be grateful because I know I've had less.
Bars. I like that. All right, Dion is on you.
Mm, nah, nothing of that.
All right, Crystal is on you.
All right. So I'll try to be short. So basically, it's okay to put yourself first, is what I want to remind people. Start out by planting. If you plant herbs, then you know that half the stuff that you cook, such as eggs, may have some oregano in it, or, you know, uh, spinach and things of that nature that you've created. So you'll know exactly where it came from and how it was watered, and you got to think twice. Take deep breaths before you go responding to idiots or people that upset you, because again, you come first. You don't want to always respond in an angry mode or anxiety driven, because people can't wait to either wait until you're ready to answer, or they have to have that answer now. You know what I mean? Like, you have some people in your lives at work or even family members that you don't want to answer a question and they're just bombarding you. Just take a deep breath and put up boundaries immediately so that they can learn how to treat you. You got to teach people how to treat you. I say this all the time. And the last thing I would say is it's okay to say no to family members that want you to do something immediately, whether it be watch a niece or cook something, or you know what I mean? Like, if you have kids, okay, fine. You got to be reasonable, but it's just some people in our lives that feel like we are supposed to do things, not that we want to do things out of the sincerity of our heart. So it's okay to put up boundaries, and it's okay to say no. Say no more often. That's another key to putting yourself first, and that's all I have to say. Like that.
Just like that. Okay. I want to say I'm gonna give someone a shout out that I thought I would never give a shout out to, but when you see progress, good progress, you gotta give it to him. Black China, or Angela White, as she now wants to call herself. That she obviously she's been going through this transformation where she took out her BBLs, the silicones, and all the other stuff that was kind of she done turned her life around, and been real focusing on this path, this new path to become a better woman for her kids and herself. I want to give her kudos to that because it takes a lot, especially in this industry where everything is tempting, and you know all the easy money is always easy to get, but you rather do that. She deleted her OnlyFans, and all that. So, and I've seen that there are some people that still wants to give her gripe, and I feel like as human beings, that's really unfair to do because how are we supposed to let these people grow if you still remind them of their past? Now, a lot of people take their past and learn from them, but that doesn't mean you get to hang on their past, especially if they become a different person, and that's not who they was. And also, I want her to really, and she's on this past, cut her toxic ass mother. And I don't know a woman more toxic than that woman that raised her. And I, I know this isn't all mothers, but her mother is like, I've seen her. She is like super really toxic, and you would think that she would support her, but she thinks she's faking and capping and shit. So I,
Wow.
I
yeah,
think
yeah. Go ahead.
I think her mom just thinks that because she's seen this before. So her mom is like being wary of it because I think it was a while back she switched over to Angela White. But I think this might be true. Like, not saying that, like, I hope she does, change for the better because she got baptized over a year ago and we're just now finding out about it. So she has been doing the work in silence before, we're now seeing the work that she has done. So it might be she might really and like really are working on a better her. It's just some people just you know we they saw the Angela White thing, so they're probably just like, okay, this is another one of her stunts. But I don't know. I'm
Only
just
God.
glad she's changing.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't care if she changed 20 times. Whichever one stick. So I'm glad she changing.
I agree. And let's hope this one she changes. This one is for the better. And I'm a,
Hmm.
because I'm one that I've never agreed with a lot of things she has done. So the fact that she's doing this and it's going to a more positive road, I have no choice but to give her kudos for it. So that
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
miss for that
Kudos.
for that Miss Angela White, I give you kudos. And I feel like a lot of people, if you on that journey to become a better person, kudos because I think we all was trying to strive to be better than we are now. So with
I'm
that,
I'm so glad a lot of these video vixens and are they still called video vixens or that's just showing my age? I don't know. Whatever these new age, like girls is are like a lot of them are like, getting their life together. I don't know what spirit of God hit them, but I'm glad.
can't be a hoe forever.
Child, some of them they was ready to die for it.
Yeah,
But
they were.
because Alexis, what was it? Even Brittany Renner, she changed her little life around.
Okay. I gotta follow up on her because she's always in the fucking news. Like,
I know.
damn.
Yeah, I want to root for her, but it feels like she's going back and forth. That's what.
Oh,
But
never mind then.
I gotta give her the
I'm not
same.
up to date, child. I'm not up to date.
I just get.
It's too many of them.
I just gotta see. I'm not going to judge now. That's just
Me
what.
either.
Yeah.
It's
So
just hard to see somebody progress and,
Didn't
you
Superhead
know.
change too?
no,
What?
it's still the same old hoe. I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind. I
Cannot.
thought I thought she was, doing better. Or
She just don't.
as long as they keep on changing.
I don't think she's doing. Obviously, she ain't doing what she do because her name is around. But she's like an old retired hoe. But obviously, her mental state is. I think her mental state is still in that area. So I don't think
Damn.
she's changed much mentally. But she probably doesn't do what she's doing anymore. Probably because her name is out there. But then again, from what I've seen, especially from the guys, that they don't care if your name is out there or not. They want to know. If they want to, they'll jump on you if they want to know, which is kind of sad in itself. So,
Mm,
but I think, like you said, I know a lot of them. I think Johnny Blaze was another one that's trying to change their life around. So, and
yeah, but she changed a lot.
yeah, and you know what someone said? I don't know if y'all would agree with this or not, but they was like they look at people like Vivica A. Fox and Claudia Jordan,
They need to change.
all those 50-year-old women that couldn't get married or just single and lonely by themselves. It's like I think a lot of them don't want to become them.
I'm weak. What is that? 'Cause when you start to look at that whole group circle with they all about 50. You right.
Yeah, her, Lisa Ray, you
You
know.
don't even realize it until somebody say it. But I'm like, yeah, you're right. They all about 50, but it sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious and it's sad at the same time because they are all of them are beautiful women. It's just like what. Mm,
They seem miserable, but they all need to change. They need to grow up.
Look, I've been around a nursing home and yeah, yeah.
say it ain't so, Crystal. Say it ain't so.
Let's just say
Um,
that it's mostly those types that
Big
are the
Crystal.
miserable and they bitter and they trying to fight other people in the nursing home and shit. All because you ain't got no kids that's come to visit you, but somebody else's daughter and you want to take the daughter over. No, that's not nice.
Mm.
So let's do better. Right? Right.
No, Krista, I'm about to just throw this in the air. Did you watch?
I need to
I'm
hear
a
some of
little
these stories, Renee
traumatized.
Crystal.
I was raised in a damn hospital because my mom was a CNA to this fucking day. So I've seen some shit. I said, Mom, CNA's too, savagery for me. I think I'm gonna be an RN. And look at me now, watching kids. Might as well just join the nursing home, people. Shit.
Mm.
Crystal, no, in the spirit of Monique.
It's too late. Okay, I got it. It's too late. It's too late. I'm tired. It's not really me speaking. It's the spirit of sleep.
Okay. And
I know how you feel about Monique, girl. So I want to know if you watched the special on
I'm
Netflix.
going to. No, I'm going to. She's real people, but sometimes she does too fucking raw.
I'm a,
As a little girl, I always used to be like, why you gotta go in on skinny people? You know that I'm 100 pounds. I'm trying to gain weight, bitch. Like, chill. Like, she used to go in on skinny girls. I used to be like, damn, let me eat more.
She did.
And now she
And
want to be skinny. Do you know the betrayal?
I used to be cracking up so hard, like I wasn't skinny. But in my mind, she wasn't talking to me. She was talking about them. She was talking about them other skinny bitches. Cause my mom was feeding me at home. It was just not sticking, so it wasn't me.
That part pissed me off. Every time she came on screen, I felt attacked.
Girl. Well, I'll wait for you to speak on it.
All right, I'm gonna
Because
watch it this
I
weekend.
want to hear all y'all opinion. Because
all right.
I don't want to be the only one guilty in hell for laughing.
I'm gonna watch it tonight as soon as I
Yeah,
find one of
yeah,
my
we'll
remotes.
join
That
you, material. We'll join you. Just remember.
yeah. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end the podcast here. I want to thank the panel for getting on. I don't. She Shakur, if you're listening, I don't know what's been going on. She was getting in and out all day. I know her shit. I don't know what it was, but hopefully that gets
I thought it was
resolved.
saying that she ain't had no service. I was like, yeah,
No, I
don't
blame
know.
Jitsu. Mm-hmm. She a whole bitch. Okay, I'll behave. I'm out.
Watch come tomorrow. That thing don't want to let us in.
Mm. Yeah,
That AI gonna say, "Fuck all of y'all. Y'all don't need to use me."
yeah, Jesse be like that sometimes. I'd like to thank all y'all for listening to hear us talk our shit again. This is You Know What? Let me just say podcast, and I am signing out. Peace.
Peace.
Cheers.
Funny.